Welcome to the HR Empowerment Podcast, where we will uncover strategies and new insights from HR professionals who discuss up-to-date regulations, best practices, and the most pressing topics like diversity and equity, leadership, dealing with difficult situations, and much more that affect your bottom line and business. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, Wendy Sellers here, the HR Lady. Welcome back. This is episode 2 of a 5-part series. We're talking about HR technology, and we want to jump right in with our guest and talk about the myths that HR technology replaces HR managers. Trisha Shields from the Navient is here. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, for this, I love the quote, and I heard this a few years back, but I feel like it's so relevant that we're not going to be replaced by technology. As HR professionals or other people that are hesitant about technology, we're going to be replaced by people that have embraced technology. So, I really feel like there's a huge opportunity to, just absorb what's going on, learn about technology, learn that it can be applied. I truly don't believe that there is going to be a replacement in the workforce based on technology. I think there's a huge need of bringing more people in and utilizing technology to fill some of the gaps that we're currently seeing. But I like that quote because I feel like it kind of helps people to lean into, to encourage them to embrace it.
Yeah, I 100% agree too. And I love that. They're like, no, we're going to be replaced by people that have embraced technology, because if we're not using it, whether you like technology or not, just like we were talking a little bit before about, AI, and I'm fascinated and obsessed with AI. And it's like, if you like it or not, it's here, it's not going away. And so you might as well figure out how to use it to your benefit, because at one point you're going to have to use technology. We use technology for everything, not just HR, grocery shopping, you name it. I just had these earpods delivered today because of technology, and they were in my driveway. I was like, yes, this is amazing. I think JC has some stats he wants to share with us about that technology.
Yeah, absolutely. This got actually pretty interesting as I dug into it a little bit. As of recent studies, around 67% of HR leaders acknowledge that HR technology has either replaced or significantly reduced the need for human HR managers in certain functions. And additionally, research indicates that by 2023, the global market for HR technology is projected to reach approximately $38 billion, which is a true testament to the increasing reliance on technological solutions in human resources. And of course, 15% of the time, predictions of the future of HR tech are accurate every time. Back to you.
Only 15% of the time. So we'll just kind of ignore that then. No, just kidding. It's so interesting though. Here's the thing that kind of drives me a little nuts is when we hire people or we train people to use technology, but we don't train them the reason behind it. Like, hey, if you didn't have this technology, the internet went down, computers, whatever, got, taken over by bad people. Can you fill out this form on your own, HR person? And so, Trisha, what are your thoughts on that? And how can we, continue educating people while using technology as so to speak, as a substitute for people?
Yeah, I think some of it, I like that stat about the 67% of HR techs, and that the end of that statistic was about certain functions. And I really feel like that's the piece that we can be educating folks on is we're not looking, and I say this in HR, I want our HR professionals to be doing really human-facing tasks throughout the day, because I think that's the part of the technology that we can't replace and we shouldn't be using technology for. It's that human experience that we're bringing to our applicants and to our employees. So what are those other things that create such busyness in our lives that doesn't allow us to interact with our employees anymore, right? We're super busy as HR professionals. So let's figure out what that balance is. And maybe that even helps with some of that hesitancy of like, I might be replaced. It's like, no, let's have the technology replace the things that it doesn't even make sense for you to do those. Those are repetitive tasks that doesn't take a lot of emotion in order to execute.
Yeah, exactly. And what are the certain functions? I mean, definitely anything related to data privacy, right? Some kind of attack on your recruiting system, where somebody can jump in and hold your resumes hostage or break in and get your resumes, or they could break into your payroll system, or they could break into any kind of system that has somebody's social security numbers in there as well. So these are the functions that we do have to be careful about if we're replacing. And I'll just give you a quick idea here. Since I was saying I'm obsessed with AI, I always tell everybody, yes, HR people use, ChatGPT or other AI to help you get things off your plate. But please do not connect it to any of your technology system without having an expert involved. And it's hard to come by experts because it's a new tool. So be careful with security concerns and any kind of breaches like that when you are, I don't want to say replacing people. It's that we don't have enough people in the HR field that have these skills. There's not enough of us to go around, not even though that I'm an HR technology expert. I know enough to probably break the system and then ask for help. Hey, listen, up next, we want to talk about another myth, myth number 2, that HR technology is too costly for small businesses. And so thanks for listening, everybody, to episode 2 of our 5-part series on HR technology and myths. And we will jump into the cost for small businesses. Why? Because most businesses in the United States are small businesses. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining the HR Empowerment Podcast, brought to you by Aurora Training Advantage. We hope you've gained new insight and strategies to navigate the HR profession. We look forward to you joining us again on the HR Empowerment Podcast.